Hey y'all, it's Dorothy from PrepInYourStep.com and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is one that I am refilming because the last time I filmed it, which I was really excited to film it, but after looking through the clips, it's probably good that I'm refilming it, but it was so blurry. So this video is to make up for that one. It was supposed to go up the last Saturday of June, I believe. That could be wrong. So 1 week you'll be getting an extra video, or in case there's a mishap again, you'll be getting this Q&A, and I love doing Q&As for y'all because I feel like it lets y'all get to know me a little bit better than me just being like, alright, here's what I eat in a day or my tips for a well put together dorm room. So I'm going to go through the questions, and I think I'm going to start making Q&As a monthly thing so that that and my favorites videos can be expected. And so if you want to participate in the next Q&A, all you have to do is follow me mainly on Snapchat and Instagram. Snapchat is at PrepStepSnaps, and then Instagram is at PrepInYourStep, and I'll just kind of post on there for y'all to ask me questions. So I have a lot of questions to go through, and thank goodness I screenshotted them because I would forget them because I asked them so long ago. So let's scroll to find those. Okay. So it says, I'm starting college this year and I'm also an elementary education major. I'm wondering about the workload. How many hours a day do you spend studying / on schoolwork, and how much free time do you have? Any advice for making friends? So I guess that's two questions. It kind of just depends on what else you're doing at your school and your own study habits. I can easily spend 3 or 4 hours a day in the library, which sounds like a lot, but it's kind of off and on because I'll put everything in the library and then maybe have a meeting to go to and then come back. And I really like studying in the library. I find that that's the place where I'm most productive, but that's not to say that there are days that I spend longer or shorter amounts of time. It really just depends on your major. And the other question, free time. I have a lot more free time in college than you did in high school, so that's really nice, but learning how to manage that time is a huge component of that freshman first semester. So you'll just kind of have to ease into that. And then advice for making friends, I would just say put yourself out there. I know that's hard, but you need to remember that everyone is coming from the same place. A lot of people are coming to this school without any friends or without knowing anyone, and no one is going to be like, I don't want to make friends. So put yourself out there, start making friends in classes, sit next to people who you think may be friendly, and strike up conversation with them. If it's around lunchtime, ask them if they want to go to the dining hall after and eat lunch with you. Just little things like that will help you to start kind of expanding your circle. And once you have those friends, they'll start introducing you to the other friends they've made, and so you'll just start to get to know a lot of other people. And another great thing to do is to join some clubs. A lot of times you're going to be joining a club that has some sort of interest to you, and so likely the other people joining it will too. So you'll have a common interest there that you can kind of start forming that relationship on. So that's kind of my advice for making friends. The next question is, do you think the Lilly Pulitzer agendas are worth the money and hype? I would say yes. I used Lilly agendas, I guess, for 3.5 years. Last year I ended up switching to the Day Designer in January, and I've never looked back. It's really pricey, but so worth it. But I definitely think the Lilly ones are worth the hype. They just came out with new prints, and you can go ahead and order them for this coming academic school year. So I'll link those below, just like I do anything I talk about. But I think they're worth the hype. I would recommend getting the jumbo one if you have a lot on your plate, just because I know I need a lot of space. So that is my recommendation for you and the Lilly agenda. But if you are someone who needs a lot of stuff, like a to-do list each day, look into the Day Designer. I think I have a video all about how I organize it. They're wonderful. So the next question is, what are you getting your master's in? So if you didn't know, I am a rising senior. The other day I said I was a rising junior, which is incorrect. But I'm a rising senior, and I go to Furman University, and I'm majoring in elementary education, and then I'm going to get my master's after, also at Furman, in early childhood education. And then the next question says, what do you think you have learned the most while in college? I don't know, I think it differs year to year. I did a whole reflection post on junior year and kind of what I learned But something I think I learned recently that's really important is that you can't please everyone. I am president of my sorority, so that's something that I learned very quickly, and at a seminar I went to, they said if you're pleasing everyone, you're doing something wrong, and I really took that to heart. Not saying I'm trying to like not please everyone, that's obviously not the case, but I used to be such a people pleaser, and knowing that I can't please everyone is kind of reassuring, and it's also important to put your needs in front of other people's at some moments. Just because if you can't please everyone, you may as well please yourself. So that's what I've learned recently. Oh my gosh, my phone just freaked out. Okay, that's gonna be funny. Next, now that I just scrolled through my entire camera roll, is where do you see yourself in 10 years? So in 10 years, I will be 31. So that's scary, but I guess I see myself, I don't even know. I could be teaching, I could be doing something different, I could be married. I have no idea where I'll be in the country. Not a clue. But maybe I'll still be blogging, so that would be really cool and you could continue to follow along. I don't know how long-term blogging will be, but I do love it, so I'll be sticking around for a while. The next question is any tips or ideas for cute, fun things to get or make for a sorority little on a budget? So I think I'm going to do a blog post all about that because I think that that would be really fun with recruitment coming up, and I'll be doing plenty of sorority recruitment advice videos and stuff like that, so you have those to look forward to. But some of my favorite things I received were t-shirts. My big went ahead and purchased an extra t-shirt or just didn't give one to her date in the semester preceding me becoming her little. And another thing I really liked that's great for a budget is when she baked stuff. So we do like Big Little Week, and so we have a whole week of presents, which is awesome. But she baked me some different things and I loved that. She also made me a CD before reveal, which was really cute. It was like get hyped for Big Little reveal. That's great for on a budget. One thing you really need to focus on is quality over quantity, because yes, you may want to make her 30 canvases because you came up with all these ideas from Pinterest, but she lives in a tiny dorm room, and so she's just not going to have room to store those or hang them. So try to focus on making a few really great items, and I think she'll be more appreciative of that in the long run. The next question is, what is your most awkward or embarrassing first date story? So we're getting personal here. That's actually really funny. I don't think I have one. Fortunately, all the dates I've been on have been relatively normal. I guess if I had to choose, it would be a date I went on this past semester, and it wasn't even awkward or embarrassing, but I woke up that morning. We actually went during like a school week instead of on the weekend. I guess I was busy, or he was busy. That's when it worked with the schedule. And I woke up that morning feeling awful, like didn't want to go to class, forced myself to go to class, and turns out before class, instead of taking like regular non-drowsy medicine, I took drowsy medicine. So that whole day I was so lethargic, and then comes dinner time and I'm supposed to be going on this date and I was just so out of it and so tired. So I think that would have to be it. I did apologize to him because I was like, I don't know how I feel right now. I do not feel good. But I didn't screw anything up. He asked me on another date, so I guess it's not that awkward or embarrassing, but I didn't feel good. And just always check to make sure you're taking non-drowsy medicine, because that day felt forever long, because that day, not that date. That day felt forever long just because I was so sleepy and already didn't feel good. So next question, what do you do for dinner during the school year? At Furman, we're required to have meal plans, so a lot of times I relied on that second semester just because I was really busy. But when I can cook, I like making stuff with chicken. I would like pan sear some chicken and just throw a bunch of different seasonings on it and have that with like green beans or have it on a salad. And so chicken was kind of my go-to. I also really like pretty much anything frozen from Trader Joe's. So I would cook their turkey burgers, their sweet potato fries. What else did I cook? We made some pasta sometimes. It just really depended, and hopefully this school year I'll have more time and I can do some more cooking in the kitchen, because I really do love to cook and bake. But if y'all want, maybe if I do that, I will share some recipes with y'all, but I can't make any promises because I have no idea if that'll be the case. So now we're moving on to the Instagram questions, and that would require me finding where I asked that. Here it is. Wow, that was challenging. So The first question from here I'm going to answer is, what's your favorite part of blogging? I really like sitting down and coming up with ideas for y'all of things to post. I know that that's something that a lot of people struggle with just because, I mean, I've been blogging for 4 years now, so there's going to be some consistency in what I post or some repeats, but there's also a lot of new content that's going up pretty frequently, so I really like sitting down and brainstorming that, and I recently have gotten into using Google Calendar, so I love putting in like when I want posts to go up because I'm really conscious of not just having like buy this, buy this, buy this. Like I love all these material things, like posts go up in a row because those are fun, but that's not all I have to talk about. So I try to mix in some content heavy lifestyle advice posts in there as well, and so I really like sitting down and kind of planning that stuff out. The next question is, what do you do in your free time? So as a college student, sometimes that can be non-existent, but when I do have free time, I like to hang out with friends, I like to watch movies with them, I like to bake. I love baking. I usually just don't have time. What else do I do? I like to go for runs. I like to go to bar class. That's like how I work out. And I really do enjoy that. So I guess I like doing that in my free time. I don't know, just normal things that anyone likes to do in their free time. The next question is, where do you see yourself living after college? And I know for that first year and a half, 2 years probably, I'll be in Greenville, South Carolina. So that is fun. But after that, I'm not really sure. A lot of people have asked like, oh, will I be coming back to where I've grown up? I would love to someday, but I don't really want to be a young person here because I feel like everyone here is like married with kids. So it's not like the best social scene for that, but I don't know where I'll end up. So the next question is, what would your ultimate dream job be if you weren't on the road to primary education? And that's a good question. I don't really know. One of the best things my college counselor told my graduating class was that a lot of the jobs that we'll be taking or preparing for in college don't exist yet. So because technology is changing so much and things are just like moving so fast, these are positions that we can't necessarily prepare for. So I didn't know that blogging could be a job, and obviously I'm not looking to do that full time. I mean, I would love that, but I just don't have the following for that. So I think doing something kind of in the blogging realm would be great. I don't really know if that's like my dream job, but I don't know. I think education is a good start for me, but I know that it's something that I'll probably, for like sanity's sake, want to get out of for a little while and then come back to. So, a little bit of my life plans for you. Let's see. What is your daily summer routine? I actually just did a blog post on that, so I'll link that below so you can see what I'm up to on a day-to-day basis. And then, favorite staple in your closet. My closet door is open, that's why I'm looking that way. I don't know. I think a good pair of jeans, you can wear them year round. I think that investing in a good pair of jeans is really important. So I think that would be my staple right now. Next question is, did you ever go to camp? Yes, I love camp. I went to camp for 9 summers. So I was a camper for 6 and a counselor for 3, and camp is one of my favorite places on earth. It's so great. If you have the chance to go to camp, go, because I made some great friends there. I learned how to be a good leader. I just learned a lot about myself and had a really good time at summer camp. So I love camp. The next question is one I'm so excited to answer. I was so excited to answer it in the last video and I got so long-winded with it. So this may be my last question, but it says, what is your personality type and temperament? So my roommate Sophia, I don't know if y'all have met her, but she's awesome. She and I are both so into Myers-Briggs and personality tests. Her more so than me, but she like rubs off on me for that. But my personality type is ISF/TJ. So I'm half thinking, half feeling. That's why I put a slash in there. So that's kind of weird. But if you've never taken your Myers-Briggs test, do it and leave your results below, because I think it'd be so interesting to see what y'all's personality types are. So that's mine. And in case y'all wanted to know, if you've never taken the Strengths Quest, it's a really good one to do to kind of figure out some power words for your resume and learn about yourself and how to talk about yourself in a really positive way based on your strengths. And my strengths are discipline, learner, achiever, relator, and individualizations. And if you want to know my love language, how they rank, First is acts of service, second is quality time, third is words of affirmation, 4 is receiving gifts, and 5 is physical touch. So I love those sort of things. My roommate and I have sat down and tried to pinpoint what Myers-Briggs personality types our friends are. So, and I have like a note on my phone, that's what I was just referring to when I was reading all of those. So definitely leave your personality type below. I think it'd be so fun to hear what all of y'all are. And I guess I'll answer one more question. It says, favorite part about Furman. So if you don't know, Furman is the college I go to, but I guess my favorite part about Furman is that everyone lives on campus, and that is very unique to Furman. I mean, I'm sure other schools do it, but a lot of my schools go, wow, a lot of my friends go to really big schools, and that's just not the case. So I like that all of my friends and all of my classmates are in, like, I don't know, the Furman bubble in a really close radius of each other, so I can easily get to their apartments or they can get to mine, and so I see them more frequently. So that's all for this video. I hope that y'all enjoyed learning a little bit more about me. Again, please leave your Myers-Briggs below. If you haven't taken that, I'll put the link to take the test below because I think that'd be so fun. And I will talk to y'all in my next video. Bye!